everybody, welcome back to Crash Blade Gaming. I am your host Crash, and I have redone one of the decks that I first showed when Gardevoir EX came out, and it's the Houndstone deck that I did. But instead of using Houndstone, I'm now using Drifloon, which hits for 300 damage at most without any modifiers on it, which is awesome. So this Drifloon can do a ton of damage. We have a backup finisher in Mewtwo V-Union as well, and of course we got the Gardevoir in here. So I thought it was a nifty deck, so I put it together and we'll see what happens with it. Let's go ahead and get to the Pokemon question of the day. We're all here for the Pokemon question of the day, so let's get into last video's question. This item card allows you to switch one of your opponent's Pokemon with their active, and you get to switch your Pokemon as well. And if you were like the commenters who guessed the answer to this question, you went ahead and guessed Cross Switcher. This card does allow you to switch your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active, and you get to switch one of your Pokemon into the active as well. But you do have to play two of them, but that's okay. And the difference between this and Escape Rope is Escape Rope, your opponent gets to choose which Pokemon they promote. Cross Switcher, you choose which one they promote. So keep that in mind. Anyways, good job to FrostyLosty, noahtuck, and tomniehaus. You guys all earned a point for this question. And I believe that puts tomniehaus and FrostyLosty both at 2, and everybody else will have 1 point. So they are 1 away from getting the first and second place prizes. So keep that in mind. So good luck on next video's, or this video's question, I should say, which is, this item card poisons your opponent's Pokemon, and it has a chance to put them to sleep. What card is that? So go ahead and put your answer in the comment section down below, and if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 500. Help me out a lot, I would appreciate it. And like the video if you are enjoying the content. But once again, good luck to you guys that are all participating here. You will get your prizes. The first place person will get some code cards. The second place person will get some code cards, and is the first people to get to 3 points to win. And you will be getting a point if you answer the question correctly. It doesn't matter when. It only matters if there's a tie for first place at the end of the thing, but we'll go into that, I guess, next video when it happens, because it might happen. Anyways, whatever, let's get to the deck list. Drifloon has an insanely powerful attack. Balloon Blast does 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. You're like, well, Crash only has 70 HP, so at most you can do, what, 180? Because it only has 6 damage counters? Aha, but you forgot about Bravery Charm, which gives this Pokemon plus 50 HP, where is it? Plus 50 HP, essentially pumping up the damage output to 300. So this Drifloon can hit 300 damage. Drifloon, sorry, can hit 300 damage, KOing almost every Pokemon in the game besides VMAXs and a few EXs, which is okay because you just have to finish them off with like 10 damage or something. But the rest of this deck is a good Gardevoir deck here. We got 4 Ralts, 4 Kirlia, 1 Gallade, and 2 Gardevoir EX to wrap up the Gardevoir line. We're also playing Mewtwo V-Union as a late game finisher, because if you think about it, if you're going up against VMAXs and big EXs, Mewtwo has the Psy-Splosion attack, and we can put 16 damage counters on our opponent's Pokemon anyway we like. Super awesome attacks. We are playing the Mewtwo V-Union here. Also playing 1 copy of Manaphy and Radiant Greninja to help out with some draws and protecting our bench, because a lot of our Pokemon are low HP, and Greninja, even though it's in the deck, if our opponent has Greninja, that it does work on us. So we got to keep that safe. Anyways, we've got some 3 Fog Crystals here, 4 Level Balls as well, 1 copy of PAL Pad, and 1 copy of Super Rod, so we can recycle some supporters and some Pokemon. Sometimes we need to do that. We also have 1 copy of Switch, because we do not want to get stuck in the active, and we need to respect getting trapped in the active, so we have 1 copy of Switch as well. 4 copies of Ultra Ball helps us get the Mewtwo pieces in the discard and our Gardevoirs out. 2 copies of Artazon. We don't care about playing Temple of Sinnoh. Artazon is more important, so we can get down our Drifloons and Ralts early in the game. 1 Arven, because it searches for an item and a tool. Since we're playing a tool, Arven gets us 2 cards. It's basically a 2-for-1. We like that. 1 copy of Basaurus. I wish I could play 2, but this deck is so tight on space, it's really hard to. 3 copies of Iono. Couple copies of Professor's Research as well, and we have another copy here, 1 copy of Worker. Path to the Peak does shut this deck down, so we have 3 ways to bounce a stadium, 2 Artizones and a Worker. And we also have PAL Pad, so that gives us access to 2 Workers. Path to the Peak will completely destroy us. It is Gardevoir, so keep that in mind. We're also playing 1 copy of Zinnia's Resolve here because we're playing the Mewtwo pieces. It helps us discard cards from our hand, hopefully the Mewtwo pieces, and usually people are filling up their benches nowadays, so this is basically discard 2, draw 6. So that's nice. As I said before, we're playing 4 copies of Bravery Charm and 9 copies of Basic Psychic Energy. Now, you could go down to 8 Psychic Energy and play 2 Basaurus, because you're not trying to power up your Pokemon with a ton of energy. At most, Drifloon needs 5 energies on it to do 300 damage. Mewtwo needs at least 3 energies to do 2 of its attacks. 4 energies if you want to use Final Burn for 300 damage. So keep that in mind. But realistically, you don't need that much energy, so you could drop down to 8. I think I would do that. Maybe put in an extra Fog Crystal instead of a boss. I'm not too sure. It just depends. You could get rid of Zinnia as well. It just depends on how you feel about the deck. Of course, you can make changes to it. It will be in the description down below for your copying pleasure. And let's go watch the deck in action. Spirit Tomb. A lot of decks play this. Is Ting Lu. This is Duraludon. Okay, Arceus Duraludon plays Spirit Tomb? Yeah, they do for the Greninja matchup. Not Greninja, because I have Greninja in my hand. The Mew matchup. Okay, well, hopefully Radiant Greninja can get us some cards going. And maybe like an Ultra Ball would be cool. I don't know. Research, possibly, no. Level Ball would be great too. Alright, top deck of another Drifloon is fine. Let's go ahead and conceal cards here. Ultra Ball works. I can get rid of those. And I can get myself a Ralts. Have Kirlia's in hand for next turn. We're going to play down an additional Drifloon. And then pass. Fortunately, I'm going to have to discard a Drifloon or whatever my top deck is. And actually, I probably should not have Ultra Balled away that energy and saved it for Radiant Greninja. That probably would have been the correct thing to do. Well, they got Duraludon going. Another energy. All they need is a fighting energy. Do they have like a supporter? Iono maybe? No, they don't. Okay, so they're just as stuck as I am, kind of. Okay, let's go Kirlia. Let's level ball for another Ralts. Seems like we prized 2 Ralts there. And let's go ahead and refinement away a Drifloon. Fog Crystal Ultra Ball. We can Fog Crystal here for a energy, of course. And then conceal cards that away. We want to get a lot of energy in the discard, especially for Duraludon. Duraludon's a big boy. Oh, research. I don't want to research this hand away just yet. We'll pass the turn. As a matter of fact, we're not really going to be able to one-shot Duraludon with a Drifloon. I just realized this. Drifloon can hit a maximum of 300. Duraludon's got 330. We have enough energy in the discard. They just pass. Okay. There's a Mewtwo piece. So let's go ahead and Ultra Ball away these 2. I want to still use Refinement Kirlia. So we'll get that. We got 2 Gardevoirs in the deck, 34 cards. We should be okay here. Let's go ahead and research that away. Don't find it. We can conceal. Well, let's level ball first. Let's grab Manaphy out the deck. And then we can grab the other Drifloon out the deck. Okay. Now we can conceal cards. Now we're looking for an Ultra Ball or the Gardevoir. Another level ball. That's fine. We can get the other Kirlia out the deck. Okay. Refinement away Manaphy. Don't need that in this matchup. Oh, we're gonna miss, aren't we? No! Our one turn to get it right. And we should have Ultra Balled for the Gardevoir. We should have Ultra Balled for the Gardevoir. Let's go ahead and place that there to, I don't know, cause some ruckus. And pass the turn. We should have got the Gardevoir. I guess that's my misplay there. Gardevoir would have allowed this Drifloon in the active to attack. And we would have been fine, but instead I went for a Mewtwo piece. And we've got 3 in the discard, which is good. We got 2 refinements next turn and a Zinnia, but Zinnia's not going to do much. Venture's Discovery for our opponent's really good, actually. And we can boss the Arceus. As long as we fight Gardevoir, we can boss the Arceus. We've got 18 cards in deck. And we can draw 5 next turn. 6 next turn. No. Hold on. 2, 4, 6, 7 cards next turn without using a supporter. That's almost half the deck, so we should find a Gardevoir. There's 2 in there, and there are 1, 2, maybe 2 Ultra Balls. I didn't check my prizings, so there might be 2 Ultra Balls in there. Umbreon, Lumineon, Arceus. Okay. Good for us. We're going to want a Lumineon next turn, but we can KO this Arceus as well. So I'm not too concerned with this just yet. Top deck of a basic energy. Let's go ahead and conceal cards. We want to boss the Arceus, of course. There's the Ultra Ball. Okay, good for us. Let's attach Bravery Charm to the... Do you need the Bravery Charm? I don't think you do. Refinement. We can finally get rid of this Artazon. And then we can Ultra Ball, getting rid of Research and this. Grab the last Mewtwo piece. And then we can Ultra Ball away these two. Grabbing the Gardevoir. And now that we have Gardevoir, we can go ahead and accelerate some energy onto our active Drifloon, KO the Arceus. And leave our opponent at least slightly stuck. Let's see how much damage this is doing. I don't think this is quite enough. It's 180, so we do have to do the Bravery Charm play here and attach one more. Okay. Now we can say we're done. And now we can boss up the Arceus. And Balloon Blast that out of here. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Take 2 prizes. 3 and 6 seems fine to me. Artazon and a Ralts. Okay. Don't really need those. That's fine. Come back up with Spiritomb. This might be the turn to go into Mewtwo, to be honest. Because I can do Psy-Splosion and hit 30 damage onto the Duraludon and KO the Spiritomb at the same time, and then Duraludon is just the only Pokemon we have to find. And then I have to find my PAL pad to recycle my boss so I can get that into play and KO the Duraludon. So that seems like the path of victory for us. They do have another Arceus, which is really good for them. They'll be able to do Trinity Charge if they have a double turbo in hand. And they also have a Lumineon, so they can definitely disrupt my hand, which actually won't hurt us at all. Yeah, disrupting my hand doesn't really do anything, so that's good. There's a Lumineon from our opponent. They're going to find themselves a supporter because they desperately need one to get going. And this is one of the things I don't like about Duraludon VMAX decks is sometimes you just whiff hard and it happens like this. But to say the least, they can still come back. I don't think they want to use Arceus V to attack because I can just knock it out with Drifloon. So they played the Lumineon and forgot about Spiritomb. That's funny. Spiritomb shuts off their ability. Alright, Mewtwo, come on in. And we can go ahead and Psychic Embrace to Mewtwo. We have just enough energy here to be able to use Psy-Splosion this turn. Gonna have to use my Switch, unfortunately, because I didn't play that right. I should have attached to the Gardevoir and then retreated, but that's okay. Here we are. Let's go ahead and Refinement away the Ralts. Still want to find the PAL pad, of course. There it is. Let's PAL pad back in just the boss. I don't want either of those supporters. Okay. And Psy-Splosion it is. Let's go 3 on Duraludon. 60 here. 10 on the Lumineon. 10 on Umbreon. And then we just kind of spread it all out from there. Prize number 4. Alright, with Spiritomb out the way, we can one-shot everybody with the Drifloons in play. As a matter of fact, Mewtwo can also one-shot, but I would need another Psychic Energy. And that's 7 Psychic Energy, so we only have at least 2. So maybe one more in the deck. We also have access to Gallade now, so we can boss up whatever we want. And I think that's game. We just kind of were lucky they didn't get an Arceus start, but even if they did, I don't think Arceus Duraludon has a good matchup against us because we're a lot of single prizers. Now, they could target down Gardevoir with Umbreon VMAX, of course, but we do play another Gardevoir and a Rod, so it wouldn't affect us too much. The other problem here is I burned my Switch and I don't know if I have a lot of energies left, which kind of sucks. I have at least 2, right? I play 9 or 10. How many energies do I play? I don't know. They could Starbirth for another boss's orders and trap my Kirlia, I suppose. Alright, they're finally done Starbirthing here. Don't know what they grabbed though. Could be an energy for Duraludon. Could be a Switch, an Escape Rope, a boss. I truly think that boss is their best play on my Gardevoir or Kirlia, since they both have 2 retreat cost. They do find the energy for Duraludon. They have one more card that they Starbirth for. Don't know what it is. Obviously they got an energy off of that, and then they concede, yeah. If they attacked with Duraludon, we were just going to win with Drifloon. Opponents going first. They're starting with a Mew. They had to mulligan once, and we are playing a Gardevoir deck, so this is going to be a Gardevoir match. I don't know if it's strictly mirror, simply because I'm not playing Mew, and they are. They also have Battle VIP passes, which might be better in this deck. I don't know. Just depends. We'll see, we'll see. Double Ralts coming into play. This will be a match where we want to find ourselves Mewtwo V-Union as fast as possible so we can start pinging some of these dudes on the bench. Squawkabilly. That's an easy target for Mewtwo. We'd like to see that. Oh, wow. Okay. They had 4 energies in their opening hand. They were able to do all that. What an insane opening hand. They had what? All of this in their hand plus Mew. Oh no, I guess they got the battle. No, yeah, they didn't even use Mew yet, so that was their hand. Pretty good hand, especially if you're playing Squawkabilly. Okay. Well, Level Ball gets them another Ralts, or they can save it for a Kirlia next turn. Not sure if they have rare candy here, but they might. Usually if they're playing Mysterious Tail Mew, they have rare candies in their deck. So we could see a Gardevoir next turn and an attack from Zacian, so that means this Ralts isn't necessarily safe. That Level Ball can now just go for a Kirlia, since they have their Ralts here. They're playing 3 different Ralts. Side Shot, Teleportation Burst, Memory Skip. Fog Crystal gets them an energy. And man, oh man, they've gone through 11 cards. They have 11 less cards in their deck than I do. It's like they played a supporter on their first turn without having a supporter. Okay, so we can get down double Ralts ourselves the Level Ball way, which is nice. And we can throw down a Drifloon, and that's all we got because we don't have a supporter or anything like that. So hopefully they don't have Rare Candy Gardevoir, because if they do, they can start putting some pressure on us with Zacian. And we're going to have to lose a couple Drifloons here. Mysterious Tail might get them the Rare Candy, though. That's what this Mew is in here for. There it is. Now I'm sure they have Gardevoir in their hand with that insane opening with Squawkabilly. Level Ball going for that Kirlia that they had. Maybe they don't. Maybe they'll have to do some refinements to get into their Gardevoir. Hopefully so. 1 extra turn for us is better. 1 extra turn is much better for us. There's the Ultra Ball for the Gardevoir. And they can definitely start attacking with Zacian this turn. We'll lose this Ralts, but we have Kirlias, we have Gardevoir, we have Drifloon at least. But I think we're... Oh. Different Gardevoir. Brainwave Gardevoir, okay. Shining Arcana, that's fine. Guess they want to draw some more cards, unless they already have Gardevoir EX and another Rare Candy, I suppose. I don't know. Or they just want to set up more. Now there's another Kirlia. So we're not getting attacked this turn, which is nice. I don't mind that at all. It's just 1 extra turn for us to get a Gardevoir EX of our own, and we can start going. Maybe our opponent might stick themselves a Worker just to draw 3. Yeah, we don't play Path to the Peak, so Worker's fine. Let's see if we can hit into one of our supporters. Boss's Orders is not a support I want to hit into, but whatever. We're going to go ahead and refine away the Boss's Orders. I still have Pal Pad. Artazon helps us. Does it though? I guess we play Refinement to get rid of the Gardevoir, Super Rod it back in. Bravery Charm, Artazon does help us. Let's go here. Artazon, get the Drifloon. Put a Bravery Charm on that. Super Rod back in Gardevoir EX. And Research. Okay, not too bad. Fog Crystal, let's grab that. Sure, we're just going to be thinning here. Ultra Ball away these. And get Gardevoir. Actually, let's get Radiant Greninja going. Draw some more cards. Why not? More energies. We'll just throw that on there. I'm not going to use Teleportation Burst. There's no need. I don't want to give up any of my Pokemon that are on the bench. But we do need to draw into Gardevoir EX now. And you know, I think I say this almost every video. I need to start checking my prize cards, because I don't. And get rid of a rare candy, which is fair. I don't start checking what's in my prize cards until it actually matters. And I think I should start doing that earlier. Because, oh, they get rid of an Ultra Ball. That means they probably already have Gardevoir EX in hand. Temple of Sinnoh is fine. Gets rid of our Artazon, which makes it a little bit harder to find things, but that's okay. And if we can find the rest of the Mewtwo pieces, we can start taking out some of the Pokemon on the bench. There's Gardevoir EX, good to see. Hopefully they come up with Zacian. And be a nice Pokemon to see come up so we can KO it. Did have to get rid of our boss, but they're probably going to come up with Gardevoir here. The shiny Arcana variant. We do need to find our PAL pads so we can get boss back in so we can boss up the Zacian. Thinks they're going to boss up one of our Kirlias. That's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. That means we're only going to be drawing 4 cards. But I'm fine with this. That's why we have another Ralts in play, friends. Okay. What do we top deck? Iono, good top deck. Let's go Fog Crystal. We'll grab an energy out the deck, of course. And we can conceal cards. Level Ball is nice to see. Let's go ahead and play that first. Grab Kirlia. Evolve there. And we can Refinement again. Research, Manaphy. I feel like I want to play Iono more than Research, but Research gets us there a little bit quicker. Let's go ahead and play Iono. I want to save the Research for now. Want to hit into an Ultra Ball or Gardevoir EX here. Ultra Ball it is. Cool. Let's go ahead and Refinement one more time. Get rid of this Mewtwo piece. Okay. Ultra Ball away Arvin. Basic Energy seems good to me. And Gardevoir EX, come on down. Treat here into a Drifloon. And Psychic Embrace. That's what, 60, 120. That's enough to KO, I believe. 120 damage, you've got 100 HP. Perfect. Let's go ahead and Balloon Blast, take the KO. Single prize for single prize Pokemon, except we're just taking out in stage 2. They are dealing with the basic. We'll take prize number 5. Prize number 5 is another Ralts. That's a good prize. I think we had one more Kirlia in the deck, if I'm not mistaken. Once again, I still did not check my deck for my prizes. I am aware of this. I need to, like, put it on my screen and be like, check your deck for stuff. So that I know. But I do want to leave one bench space open, so this Ralts is not going to be played. Ooh. Cresselia, huh? Cresselia can do some work here. It can KO, let's see. to each of your Pokemon. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Could KO the Drifloon on the bench. Could KO the Kirlia. To KO the Kirlia, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Because I am down, how many Ultra Balls? 1, 2, 3 Ultra Balls, and I only have 2 Mewtwo pieces. So if they do KO the Kirlia, that will force me to play my Ralts down. And they're thinning cards out their deck. Getting out some more Gardevoir lines. And the closer I get to Mewtwo V-Union, the faster this match will be over. Also, getting to my PAL pad will make this match a little bit quicker because I can KO these 2 prizers. And we also have to be careful of boss's orders. Though they've played 1. Because Zacian can definitely knock out our Gardevoir EX. However, if they spread out the energy for a Cresselia attack, which they are doing, it makes it harder for Zacian to one-shot our Gardevoir. So that's good. Also makes it easier for Mewtwo V-Union to take some KOs as well. Okay. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage. It's enough to KO the Kirlia, which is fine. If you don't KO our Drifloon, it's just going to KO you back. Kirlia is not that needed, but it is needed. Moonglow reverse. They are KOing the Kirlia. Fine with me. We'll go prize for prize. I don't mind. Gallade. Play the Ralts down. We can play Worker. There's an Ultra Ball to get a Mewtwo piece if we want it. And we can hit for 120 here. Balloon Blast. Take the KO on Cresselia. And we'll take prize number 3. Another Drifloon. Okay, we have Brave Return Drifloon, that's good. We have Level Ball for the second Ralts. And next turn we can Ultra Ball away some stuff. Research and Gallade, I suppose. Ultra Ball away Research and Gallade, I suppose. And that'll get us a Mewtwo piece. They're going to come up with Gardevoir here. If they put any damage counters on Gardevoir, Drifloon can KO it. Just saying. They need 2 energy to attack with Gardevoir unless they're playing Raihan, which they may. You never know. Iono? Okay, that's fine. We didn't really have anything we wanted besides the Level Ball. There's a Kirlia and another Drifloon. Cool. Artazon is not needed. We'll keep the basic energy in hand. Super Rod from our opponent. Guessing that's going for Cresselia. And a Ralts and Gardevoir. Yep, it went for their Pokemon. That's fine. Level Ball gets them another Ralts. Sure, sure. If they leave this Gardevoir in the active, we are going to smack it really hard. Oh, they don't play the Ralts. They play the Greninja. Conceal cards to draw some more cards. Sure, that's fair. They've got 3. How many energies are they playing? That's 11 energies. They might be playing 12. So they have 1 more energy floating around somewhere. Are they going to Psychic Embrace to KO this Drifloon? That is the question. They will go to 3 prize remaining. I will go down to 2. And it makes finding that boss's orders that much more important. Because Gardevoir can KO the Squawk ability. Mewtwo V-Union can come in and KO anything. So we'll see what our opponent does. They are doing Psychic Embrace. They only have Zacian as an attacker that can KO and Gardevoir as an attacker that can KO. They do have to put 1 energy on Gardevoir to retreat it, which puts it in range of my Drifloons. So that'll be something. 2 energies out, so they're coming in with Gardevoir. They better attach all their energies now. They should have another Gardevoir EX though. They're retreating. Coming in with Mew here. Okay. Mysterious Tail. Ooh, Palpad gets them Boss. What supporters do they have? Iono, Boss, and Worker. Okay. Iono, Boss, and Worker. Palpad. So I'm pretty sure they're putting back in Boss and Worker. Or Iono. Okay, Boss and Iono went back in. And they just passed the turn. We get our Palpad, which is nice. We'll do the same thing. Put back in Boss Iono. And we're going to go ahead and conceal cards. Because if we can find Boss's orders, that would be sick. Refinement away the Artazon here. Boss's orders, come on. Dang it. Ultra Ball, not quite what we want. We know they don't have Boss. They can draw 5 cards next turn at most. We'll save the Ultra Ball for next turn. And we'll just Balloon Blast this Mew. We have a Kirlia to evolve into another Gardevoir EX if they have that. Take prize number 4. That's just research. Okay, that's Ultra Ballable. We don't need a research anymore. This is turning into quite the match. This is like a chess game right now. Figuring out how to deal with our opponent's Pokemon. We're down to 3 prizes remaining, so we just technically need to KO their Kirlia and Squawkabilly. We win, or we KO this Gardevoir and Kirlia. We have to KO 2 Pokemon. They come up with Kirlia. Kirlia can slap us for 30. It can retreat easily. They don't have to put more damage on Gardevoir. They do have a refinement here. They drew 1 card. They refined a Battle VIP Pass. Is it a boss's orders? They do need to retreat these energies off so that Zacian can have enough energy attached to KO. So we need quite a bit. There's a Worker. That's not a boss. It gets them closer to boss, but it's not a boss. I don't know if they have it in hand. It might be the turn to Iono them down to 4, but it's tricky. So this following turn, we can Ultra Ball away Drifloon and research, grab a Mewtwo piece out, and see if we even have all of them in there. They might be prized, I don't know. But that'll definitely give us a way to thin cards out of our deck and get boss's orders. Oh, they have Gardevoir here. So they will be able to attack this turn. That's good. How many Bravery Charms do I have left? Hey, let me look at my discard. I don't care that they're attaching energy. Should have all my Bravery Charms left as well. Brainwave for 150. They go down to 3 prizes remaining. I'm going to go down to 2 prizes remaining. And we top deck the other Gardevoir. Okay. Let's go ahead and Ultra Ball away these. See what's left in the deck. Oh, 2 Mewtwo pieces are prized. Okay. Good to know. We have 2 Bravery Charms in there. Boss is still in there. Pull out the Manaphy. So we can throw down another Drifloon. Refinement away the Manaphy here. I want a boss's orders. Conceal cards. No boss. Bummer. Let's see. We could evolve into the second Gardevoir EX. We don't need Kirlia anymore. How many Ultra Balls do I have left? 1, 2, 3. I'm out of Ultra Ball. My deck is pretty thin though. We'll Iono down to 3. We'll leave the Gardevoir in the deck. It's fine. We have Refinement to find it. There's the boss. There's the Bravery Charm. Psychic Embrace. So actually what I could do here is put enough energy on all of my Gardevoirs. Not Gardevoirs, Drifloons. Let's take a KO. I'm not going to be using Mewtwo because 2 pieces are prized. Force them to deal with one of these guys. And hit this Gardevoir for 120, taking a KO, going down to 2 prizes remaining. And we have boss in hand. They do not have a way to draw cards besides Radiant Greninja. There's prize number 2. There is a Mewtwo piece. So happy you could join us, Mewtwo piece. Opponent's choosing a new active Pokemon. We've made it so if they KO Gardevoir EX, Drifloon on the bench can KO any Pokemon they have in play. Unless, how much damage do you have? 40. Okay, so yeah, I'm right. So, oh, they come with Ralts here. So we made it so that if they KO, if boss KO Gardevoir EX, we have Drifloon on the bench that can KO the Zacian, the Squawkabilly, the Gardevoir, anything on their side. But we're going to be looking for a 2-prizer. If they KO the Drifloon, we still have another Drifloon to just take it over with boss's orders and win anyways. So that's good. We also still have Kirlia to draw cards. There's a Cresselia. And they could go after my Kirlia if they want to. But then again, it's not really necessary. However, if they plan to use Iono here, it would be necessary. Two, 4, 6, 8. That's 8 damage. So they can KO one of these 3 Pokemon here. They do have the Iono. We lost Gallade and boss's orders to the bottom of the deck. We did draw a Level Ball and an Iono of our own. They are going to come up with a Cresselia here. And what are they going to KO? Going to KO the Drifloon. That's fine. I'm okay with this. KO Drifloon. I'm down all my Drifloons and my Rod. Alright, so then let's go ahead and Level Ball. I just wanted to shuffle the deck because I know things are on the bottom. And we can Refinement away the Bravery Charm. Do not need that anymore. Research an Iono. Okay. We'll have to play the Iono here. Put them down to 2. We get us to 2. Possibly draw into a boss's orders or Gallade. There's Gallade. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. Psychic Embrace here. We're going to attach our energies to our Drifloon. And we should be doing enough damage to get the KO. Say done. Doing 300 damage. We evolve into Gallade. Should have taken out the Kirlia, not the Drifloon. They didn't really have a choice. There's our boss's orders. That we can play next turn. I'm a dummy. Balloon Blast for 300. I thought we had game, but I guess not. Oh, I'm dumb. I thought we had game there, guys. What am I doing? I just made it so a Kirlia can KO my Drifloon. And our opponent's going to win here. They just need a boss to KO the Gardevoir. Oh, no. There's the Kirlia to draw some cards. They've got 10 cards. They're doing a refinement, so one of those isn't a boss. Rare Candy. Are those top 2 cards boss's orders? Because if it is, we lose. Doesn't seem like it. They would have thrown it down right away. I think we got him here. We have boss in hand to KO Squawk. To KO anything. We don't even need Squawkabilly anymore. Oh man, this came down to the wire. I don't think they got it. Man, Iono, there goes my boss, but that's okay. We still have Gallade to just get boss back. I'm okay. We're good. That's game. They can't do anything now. We have one prize left. They didn't get into their boss's orders like we did. That was insane, the amount of Ionos. 3 energies to the Zacian, enough to KO our Drifloon. A measly Storm Slash. And you know what? We're actually going to let Gardevoir here take the last prize. As a matter of fact, we can just KO the Zacian. Oh no, it has 200 HP. Just kidding. Good thing for Gallade and that Buddy Catch ability, because without it, we would not win right now. We got 190 damage. We got the Buddy Catch. Let's go catch ourselves our boss. And let's KO the Kirlia, just to make a statement. 190 damage, KO Kirlia. We take the dub against another Gardevoir deck, which means our Gardevoir deck is a little bit better, or they're just kind of similar, really. And are finally our last Mewtwo piece, which would have definitely won us the game a long time ago. But another dub for us. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed watching the deck in action, using Drifloon to just sweep and KO things and just do massive damage. And also, it's just a really fun deck to play. You just got to set up those Gardevoirs relatively quickly. So maybe there's some modifications you can make to the deck, like adding in some rare candies. But who knows? I don't know. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time on Crash Play Gaming.